Hey YouTube, Dawson Rider here with a review of the Gosei Ultimate figure from Power Rangers Megaforce. So if you remember way back when the Megaforce line started, we got some 5-inch Megazord figures like this of Gosei Great Megazord and Gosei Grand Megazord. So we've continued with Gosei Ultimate, obviously. With this figure, you know, in terms of the wave, also comes with a Mighty Morphin Dino Megazord, which is actually just a repackaging of the one that came out way back when this line was called Retorfire in RPM. So I did not pick that up because I already had it. The only real reason to rebuy it would be the card, and I really didn't want the card that badly. But if you missed your chance to get that and you really wanted it, you can do that and you get a free card. But so obviously, since I was just talking about the MMPR one having a card, this one has a card as well. It comes with this Gosei Ultimate Megazord card. It's a picture of him being awesome. A little bent, but that's usually what happens. So let's just show off the sounds quick in the Gosei Morpher.
Megaforce, Megazord.
Shocking. Okay, so now taking a look at the figure itself, it's pretty neat. Even though we've dropped the Retorfire line, not the line, but I mean the name, because obviously this isn't retro, it's, you know, the current season, it does still have a bit of a stylized look, which I think works for it. Obviously, as you can see, he comes with two of these little blades here, which are just generic gray PR weapons, really nothing special to them. They're like the blades he has on him. But yeah, like I said, he does have a stylized look, which I think works for him, and they did manage to give sort of a bulkier robot a really nice, sleek appearance. There's his helmet, as you can see. It looks pretty nice, and all the paint details on this are surprisingly good, you know, for Bandai of America stuff. So yeah, pretty nicely done there. You've got his chest area here, which also looks nice. The rest of him, he's primarily gray with some red stripes, as you can see here. He's got these cool little spikes coming off of his hands here, which aren't really as featured. Well, I mean, they're featured on the large version, but they make it look more like their actual weapons here, which is really neat. Like they're part of his fists. But yeah, the rest of him is primarily, like I said, gray and with some red stripes. Pretty basic, but he does look pretty good detail-wise. Like I said, the paint is surprisingly well done. There's no real paint mistakes or anything that I find glaringly missing, especially since it's more of a stylized approach. Articulation-wise, he is pretty well articulated. You've got a 360 joint right here. You can move the arm forward and backward, and obviously 360 like I just said, but it's a pretty solid range of movement, and you've got this nice gap here in his shoulder so that you don't have to worry about it clashing. You got a single elbow joint here. No swiveling up here, which is a little unfortunate. Like, I know that these figures are usually a little less articulated, but I feel like the swiveling would allow me to get just some extra poses. There is some swiveling at the hand, which you saw when I was messing around with this, so that's nice. His waist does swivel, and as you saw when I was messing around with his head, it does also swivel, and really slight up and down movement, so slight it's not even really there. A nice ball joint on his leg here. You do have swiveling on the leg because of that, obviously. Single knee joint here, and then his foot here can move forward and back. So pretty standard stuff in terms of articulation, nothing wild or crazy. But what is cool about this is that all of his articulation is even, which is really fitting that he's packaged with the MMPR Megazord, not packaged with, you know what I mean, in the same wave, because back in the day when the Retorfires first came out, they had really uneven articulation. Like, you'd get an arm that would move normal like this one, and then you'd have one that was permanently stuck like this, and it was just really strange. I'm not really sure what they were going for with that. But the wave really has come a long way, and they've gotten their figures to have even articulation, and the articulation on him is pretty solid. Like I said, I only wish there was just a swivel joint here, but other than that, for Bandai of America figures, it's pretty well articulated. You can still get some pretty cool poses out of him, and he doesn't have any loose joint problems or anything. All of his joints feel very solid, in particular the legs, and he's very cool looking. I've said this before, but I really dig Gosei Ultimate's design, and I think they did a really cool, sleek version of it here. So if you're into these type of Megazord figures, or just like stylized looks, or the mecha or anything, I can recommend it. It's a really neat figure to have. I think it's pretty cool. Definitely choose it over the MMPR one, just because it's a lot better. But if you want to get both, whatever. But I already reviewed that like a really long time ago, like 3 setups ago. So yeah, I didn't feel like picking it up. So yeah, I've kind of rambled enough. This is a quicker review, and the more time I talk about spending how it's a quicker review, it becomes longer. So I'm just going to go ahead and go. Till next time, make sure you check out the crazy podcast at WritersRangersRambles.com. Till next time, it's Dawson Ryder, signing out.